Yeah, I mean, there's no hiding it. Singapore was tough.
And the four aces will drop to 18 under. Their lead slashed from 10 shots to just 1.
Sunday morning, tensions were definitely a little bit high. I think that everybody could taste the win that we had put ourselves in place to be able to get that week. The day started off, DJ literally lipped out birdie on number 1. And I wouldn't say it went downhill from there, but it's interesting like the momentum that you can get in golf.
Four aces were running away with it. They led by 10 shots earlier on this afternoon, but they've been pegged back by the fireballs, both 18 under par.
Yeah, I mean, momentum's a crazy thing, and being on the wrong side of momentum isn't fun at all. And you could feel that momentum swinging the other way against us. And I think we went in the course of 3-4 holes from having a 10-shot lead to being 2 shots behind.
DJ, Harold Varner III and Patrick Reed don't have a birdie between them so far today. Hence the four aces are struggling and have had their lead cut to 1.
You could tell that they were starting to try to press a little bit too, where it's like they knew we needed to make birdies. It was visible with our guys. They were watching the leaderboards and you could see the frustration that was happening and watching it slip away, and took a couple of guys on other teams making multiple birdies and our guys making pars and a couple bogeys, and all of a sudden we were right there neck and neck going for a win, but just didn't go our way that week.
The Fireballs can do no wrong here in Singapore on Championship Sunday, and they maintain a 6-shot lead over the four aces, seeking a 3rd consecutive team title.
It's like we came up there to win. We had it, it was in our hands, we let it slip away. And yeah, there wasn't much talking or camaraderie going on in the locker room afterwards. People were ready to get the hell out of there.
The four aces who came into the final day with a 5-shot lead over Phil's high flyers, well, in the end, they cling on to 3rd place. It wasn't their best day today.
The disappointment that came out of Singapore definitely sets the stage for the upcoming events. All the guys know that we have the stuff and what it takes to win. It's just putting all 4 scores together on the last day when it counts. Being in that position going into Sunday, that's all that you can ask for. Now you just need to perform. So Miami was our first home event of the year, first US event, and probably the closest thing to our home event with DJ living in West Palm and it being up the road in Miami. Monday started off, DJ got there early. He was filming with Live Studios for their new Live to Win series.
You gotta start training and playing at the right time, and that's what we're trying to do.
In a lot of ways, he has made me become a better instructor and a better coach because I have to streamline everything that I'm trying to do.
It's better if you come out and do 20 minutes of focus practice than, an hour and a half or 2 hours where you're not really doing anything.
Good backswing.
And then we rolled right into Tuesday. DJ, P. Reed, and Thomas and Harold all had press they had to do that day. DJ and P. Reed, a lot of press, being Masters being the next week. Then DJ filmed with Bob Does Sports Tuesday afternoon.
We got Dustin Johnson today, which should be an absolute doozy. The way we've been running, we're gonna get absolutely rocked.
He looks good. He looks good. There's a lot going on here. We are playing Dustin Johnson, major winner, very decorated, won the Masters. Good player, hits the shit out of the fucking golf ball. He is going to probably kick our ass.
I don't think Dustin gives a fuck if he beats us or not. I don't think it affects his day whatsoever. Good for him, man.
He looks like an adult, and we look like little children, and he might spank us.
So definitely a busy day, and they all played practice rounds as well. Then we roll into Wednesday, was the duels with all of the golf creators. DJ had to participate in that.
I love this, Dustin. I love this, Dustin.
Don't do it!
Do it!
Don't do it!
Do it! No! No!
Unbelievable.
Oh my.
Patrick also had some more press for Masters in the morning that day. The guys went out and played a practice round together as well. And then that led right into Thursday with our Pro-Am kicking off.
Welcome to the Live Golf Miami Pro-Am. On the tee, from Aces GC, Dustin Johnson. He will be accompanied by Blake Andrews, Chris Rosatin, and Colin Yost.
Like you said, it was Wayne was supposed to play. There was somebody that was going to break his goal record, so Wayne had to pull out last minute, and myself, Colin, and Blake had to sub in. You know, the way it was for us is, you know, we hung out like we were all friends. There were times when Thomas was working on his swing, and we didn't talk to him too much for a couple holes, and there's times where then he was back in like one of the guys. Ended up being a fun day, and hopefully, I don't know where we ended up that day, but hopefully we didn't embarrass the Aces too much.
Kevin, Dad, give a little bit more.
Oh, we're out here playing with the boys, out here at beautiful Trump Doral, Miami, playing in the Pro-Am. Front nine with Dustin Johnson, back nine with Thomas Peters. It's been a mediocre round for us so far, but we're about to step it up. We're about to make some putts, hit some good shots, have a good time. I think they're going to play great here. We've got Dustin Johnson and Patrick Reed that have both won here before. They're trending in the right direction right now, so I think we're going to catch form and get back to our old four aces way of winning, because it's long overdue, but we're coming.
Feel good. Pro-Am's going like all the Pro-Ams. I mean, we're out here just having fun, making sure these guys have some fun, and see the golf course one last time before tournament starts. And yeah, wind's up, wind's blowing. You know, Blue Monster's being a monster, but no, we're out here having fun. I mean, that's a good one, because you know, there's nothing like Augusta. Augusta, the lies, that different type of lies you have. Because of the undulation, the greens are diabolical. I mean, I feel like here, if this wind continues to pick up and dry this place out, the greens here can get quick and can have some break where you have to start dying putts rather than hitting them with speed. So, yeah, I think just the biggest thing is in this golf course, of being such a beast that it is, you know, it requires solid golf shots, solid ball striking, and you know, thinking your way around here. So, you know, that's kind of like Augusta. You have to go out and you have to think on every single golf shot.
Trump Doral, definitely, it's kind of the trifecta. The golf course is extremely long. It's generally windy out there. And when they get the rough up, it's really tough. And the rough was up that week. So, you know, we get spoiled by spending a lot of time with these guys on the range and, you know, walking practice rounds with them. But it is a different feeling when you go out there and you have to tee it up next to them, and makes you appreciate, you know, how good these guys are, and really appreciate how hard the golf course is playing that week.
I think it's going to be a tough week. It's long, it's soft, and it's windy, and he drives the ball great, and his iron play is good. So I think this week, like I said to them yesterday, I think we've got to do everything well. But if we hold some putts, I think we'll be up there come Sunday.
I think you have no expectations. I think that's what makes golf pretty awesome. Every week's a new week, new opportunity, different course. No expectations. I mean, we're playing well, so I want to play well. So I expect to do something good. So I just want to do the things that I can control so those things happen. Oh, the country guy? I love it all except techno. Can't do the techno. I think attitude would be the biggest thing. You know, you just gotta, some bad stuff's gonna happen out there. You know, there's some tricky little spots. You know, you gotta hit some good shots. So I'm hitting it well. So yeah, a lot of good. You know, just focus on those good things and just hope that, you know, something good's going to happen. You know, and I think good things are going to happen.
Yeah, while it was a busy weekend in Miami, there was one thing that was front of mind, and it was playing well and getting a win. Listen, coming off of Singapore and where everybody's form was, I had all the confidence that our guys were going to come into a tough golf course. Like, you couldn't ask for actually a better situation. I'll tell you that it's probably one of the most serious weeks that I felt going into Friday morning, seeing the guys just at breakfast and getting ready, because it's one of those things, this golf course can expose you. Kind of underlying buzz between all the players that we're talking about, they're like, somebody's going to go out and shoot a big number out here. And nobody wanted that to be them. So I would say it was probably one of the most serious Fridays that we'd had of the year. Yeah, to start the round on Friday, the 4 aces came out hot.
Oh, Patrick Reed had this to tie the lead over at 14.
There are no teams under par.
Sitting in the chalet watching it on TV, and Patrick got to 1 under, then got to 2-3.
Reed has this one at 16. Take the lead.
Then you got it to 5, and you're like, man, this is incredible on this golf course. It's unbelievable. And he just had it going. The putter was working. He was hitting the ball well. I wouldn't say it's what's expected, but that's the Patrick that I know, and he had all of his good stuff. Patrick sitting at 7 under through 17 holes is incredible. At that point, I wouldn't say you think he's running away with it. On a golf course that's that tough, you can give shots back so quickly. I think that you're just at that point saying, listen, I got a big cushion, and I got a lot of tough golf ahead of me. Patrick stepping on to his 18th hole, he's sitting at 7 under. And in the practice rounds, he was talking about how that hole just doesn't set up well for him. And you always know that there's bogey or double bogey that's sitting out there.
Hooking.
Hit a shot left, hit a really good chip that came up just short and ended up making double, but still leading after round 1. I know that he wasn't happy coming off that at the end of the round, but I know I would take that round 10 out of 10 times, shooting 5 under.
Disappointment, obviously, with the way you finished, but still a fantastic round today. You've emphasized previously on getting off to a better start on Friday. How pleased are you with your start today?
I mean, the first 17 are great. As a whole, I played solid. I hit the ball pretty well off the tee. Yeah, hit some quality iron shots and made some putts. And I think that's what you had to do around this place. Is, the wind blows like this. They get these greens kind of firm and fast like this. You have to take advantage of good looks, and I was able to do that. And when I needed to make a putt for a save, I was able to capitalize. But for the back tee with this type of wind direction here on 9, I don't know what to do. I don't have a club for it that I feel like I can hit a straight shot, and it's hard to start it over the water and get it turning back. So, it was just an unfortunate finish, but at the end of the day, it's still a solid round of golf.
How confident are you going into the weekend?
Yeah, the game feels solid. With being out in front, obviously just gonna go out and play some great golf. And we got a lot of golf left. 36 holes around this place is nothing. It's freaking eternity. So that being said, I'm gonna go out there and just try to win each day. If you go out, pretend everyone starts at even par, and if you go and you win enough days, you at the end of the day you have a chance to win.
Great round today. Get some rest.
Thanks.
DJ, P. Reed played exceptional. Harold shot even par, which on that golf course is like shooting under par. And then we had Thomas on day 1, that shot 8 over. It's one of those things, everybody's talking about it. There's gonna be big scores out there. So Thomas doesn't complain or ever have any excuses. I wasn't worried about Thomas after the first round. You know that there's gonna be a round like that. The team's sitting in a great position, and I know the player that Thomas is, and expect him to play well Saturday, Sunday. I heard rumors that he was having some problems with his hip and had been working with our physio with it, but Thomas never mentioned anything to me about it.
So this is my first year working with Thomas Pieters, and I will tell you, he is a freak athlete. If he wasn't a professional golfer, he'd be a professional athlete in a different sport. He's just athletic. So he had a little bit of a right hip issue in Hong Kong that we seemed to resolve in Singapore, and then when he was back home working with his trainer, it kind of popped back up again. Went and got an MRI on it, had a little fluid in there. They did a little cortisone injection to kind of mitigate that. However, the pain was still creeping in there, so the way my mind works is, okay, we know what's the symptom, and then we try to figure out from there what's causing it, right? We know that the inflammation wasn't in the joint. So for me, it's like plugging and play different things, okay? Does it feel better when I do this? Does it feel worse when I do this? So on and so forth. And we discovered that a lot of his issues in his hip was generated from what's called the VMO, which is a quad muscle, and another muscle called sartorius down by the knee. So we worked a lot on that this week, and it's resolved his stuff, his hip issues on the golf course, which has been great. And I love the satisfaction that I get is when the guy hugs me and says, "You figured it out." That's what I love.
Welcome to Club 54, your Live Golf Miami preview of round 2, where the pressure is high, the stakes are higher, and the leaderboard is already shaking. Day 1 at Trump National, Doral played like a beast, and it was former Masters champ Patrick Reed who tamed it best. With Augusta just a week away, can Captain America hold the line, or will someone else make a move on the Blue Monster? All that and more right here.
Yeah, so second round, P. Reed leading, Dustin in second. They get paired together. It's always interesting because, listen, you want to pull for each other as teammates, but also these guys all want to beat each other.
This is his 110th round in the Live Golf League regular season, and it's the first time he's taken a lead into a round of golf.
Golf's a tough sport. You don't know who's going to show up each day. Patrick had all of his best stuff the day before. And, you know, sometimes if you're off by this much, it results the difference between, you know, birdies and bogeys. And he got on a little bit of a bogey train.
It's too short, misses early.
And Reed slips back to a three-way tie now on 4 under par. He now trails by 3.
Driver was letting him down a little bit. He was missing fairways, and when you miss fairways out there, it's really hard to make pars. And the score ended up being quite impressive because it could have gone really south, and he was able to hold it together and still keep himself in it for the tournament. Thomas's second round shows you why he does what he does for a living. Most people would, coming off of how he played on Friday, would go out there and potentially be scared and, you know, worry about putting up another round like that. He goes out there and has the best round in the teams. I know he spent quite a bit of time at the range after his first round. He put in the work, found out what was going wrong with his game that day, and came back and showed up and ended up being the leader for the team on Saturday.
Thomas Peters. It's his second shot of the 5th. It's his last shot of the 5th.
This is Thomas Peters coming off a first round 80, but he's playing a role today for the 4 aces. And that eagle gets them to 5 over, and they only trail the Crushers by 2.
Dustin played fantastic all week. It really came down. He had 2 holes that really haunted him. It was 17 and 18.
Here's Dustin Johnson then for par at 17. Oh, the DJ will drop to 3 under.
Where did that come from? He's kept jumping out of that little fluffy lie. Now he's got his work cut out to make 6.
After playing so well for 16 holes. Oh wow, what a bad kick.
Stood up on it. That just got kicked right up in the air. Boy, what a way to finish.
Well, it was plain sailing for DJ, wasn't it? Before 17, which he bogeyed. And then it's a triple at 18. And he's back to level par. And he trails Bryson by 5 all of a sudden.
You know, finishing bogey double on those holes, he gave back all the hard work that he'd put in that week. But listen, if you can go back and we could throw out 17 and 18 and number 9 for Reed, the things would look a lot different. But unfortunately, that's not how things go. When you look at best score out there was 9 over for the day. It's showing how hard the golf course was playing, but held it together and the team's still in a position to win. Being in contention on Sunday in any professional event is a great feeling. And, you know, we got ourselves into that spot. We're sitting in second, ready to go. It's going to be a big test of golf out there for the day, but we're right where we want to be. Now we just got to go get the job done.
4 Aces won our first ever team championship in 2022 on this course. They start the day in second place in the team championship. Thomas Pieters, that's a terrific start. Remember, all 4 scores count.
Okay.
So this season with Harold has been completely different. It is a contract year for him, so you know he knows he needs to shine and perform.
A 3-way tie for the team lead on 9 over par. This is how the 4 Aces got back to their overnight score. Harold Varner III with birdie.
But also the level of commitment that he's brought in and the work ethic has been completely different than I saw last year. He's been the most consistent player on the team this season, and his round on Sunday sure showed it. Shooting 4 under on the final day was impressive. So week of Miami, we launched the 4 Aces Social Club.
We're out here at the 4 Aces Social Club cheering on all of our boys today. We have technically 3 guys in contention. We've got a lot of great people in our chalet, from athletes, influencers, celebrities, some of our sponsors, some of our prospective sponsors. So we're really excited to celebrate the team and activate our 4 Aces Social Club.
The fun part about the 4 Aces Social Club is you get all the Aces fans together in one spot. You could definitely feel the roller coaster on a golf course that's that tough, is watching the guys make birdies and everybody cheering, and guys making bogeys and everybody groaning. And the other part that's fun about it is it sat on the 16th hole, which is the drivable par 4. A lot of birdies on it, and everybody coming out on the balcony to cheer on our guys when they come through that stretch of holes, and it was a very fun week.
We have 13 holes left to play. The guys are playing really good. We just pulled into the lead. P. Reed just made birdie. Thomas just made a really good par save here on our 16th hole where our chalet is, so let's keep it going.
Final round was incredible. We were at the top of the leaderboard. We dropped down, I think, as low as 7th or 8th. It was moving so quickly. So you have 4 different scores counting. You have guys making birdies. You have other guys making bogeys. So it was a roller coaster of a day. To date, this year in all the tournaments, I haven't seen the leaderboard fluctuate that fast. I think that there were 4 or 5 different teams at the top of the leaderboard within the first 9 holes. I got to hand it to our guys that, when they saw that first place was out of reach, they still stood out there and grinded and, played every shot like it meant something. And, we ended up getting that 3rd place podium finish again. Yeah, it's a big deal. The difference between 3rd and 4th is $0 or $500,000. Our guys are out there and they're still grinding, and believe me, they know exactly what they're playing for. Ended up pulling through and finishing 3rd place.
Yeah, all these teams out here are good. So many good players, and 2 podiums in a row. I like the momentum we have. I guess you could say we're trending in the right direction, and really looking forward to Mexico City. But you know what? All these guys want to win. They're all so dedicated. They're all putting in the work, and I feel good about where we're at. And definitely, I'm going to promise you, we're going to get one this year.